All content is for educational purposes only. All content is intended for viewers 21 and older, comply with all local and federal laws. Results are not guaranteed and depend on individual setup.
Folks, CC Jack here, and my regular viewers know we are very much focused on saving money around here, but even they don't know all the serious inflation hacks we use to save thousands of dollars. The first one only saves me about $1,000 annually, but the other two save me a combined $15,000 every year. So stick around because each one gets better. First, have you noticed cable and streaming service fees are steadily increasing? I was spending about $80 per month on my streaming service until I saw an advertisement for something called a Tablo device. If you live within 30 miles of your local broadcast station, this is the device for you. The Tablo comes with an indoor antenna and a digital video recorder and sells for about $80 or 1 month of streaming service. You add Tablo to your Wi-Fi network and log into their portal. You get all the local channels over the air: NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, PBS, and in Columbus we get an additional 56 over-the-air channels. But because you're logged into the Tablo server, you also get an additional 100 streaming channels. There are movie channels, food channels, sports channels, sci-fi channels, reality TV, and news channels. The DVR has a simple guide and interface so you can record up to 50 hours of programming and skip through the commercials. And best of all, there is no monthly fee for the Tablo. You buy the device and pay nothing for the program. Tablo makes their money from advertising on the streaming channels. With free YouTube, not YouTube TV, and all the free streaming channels on my Roku TV, and now with Tablo, I no longer spend $80 per month or $960 per year on TV. The second hack is familiar to my regular viewers. While my doctor and I have determined that cannabis does make my life better, acquiring good quality pot in adequate supplies is a daunting task. First, dispensary weed is normally treated with pesticides and is rushed through the drying and curing processes, destroying the terpenes that are vital to the plant's potency and efficiency. And then comes the cost. I use 2.5 ounces of pot per month. That's over $500 per month at the dispensary. When Ohio legalized home cultivation, I invested about $900 in everything I needed to set up a home grow, including the seeds. When you grow your own pot, if you have a 4x4 tent, you can place 9 plants in 5-gallon bags in that tent. Now, in order to get your 9 plants grown properly, you're going to need soil. You need $100 worth of soil. You're going to need RO water. You're going to need $95 worth of RO water. You're going to need nutrients. You're going to need $125 worth of nutrients. You'll also need electricity. You'll need $145 worth of electricity. And finally, you're going to need seeds. Good quality seeds are going to cost you about $120. So that all adds up to $585 to grow 9 plants in 5-gallon bags. On a conservative estimate, you'll get at least 2.5 ounces per plant, which is 22.5 ounces for the entire grow, which works out to $26 per ounce for the pot that you're growing. My 30 ounces of pot every year now costs $1,500 instead of the $6,000 at the dispensary, saving me $4,500 per year. This is the best investment I ever made. It worked out so well that I'm now using a quantum AI assistant to monitor the grow 24/7 so I don't mess it up. I'm actually documenting the whole project and the AI technology behind it over at my website, quantumpotgrow.com. If you want to see how the tech works, please stop by. The final hack saves me over $10,000 per year, but it's not for everyone. 5 years ago, I got rid of my car and bought an electric bike for about $1,500. It costs 2 cents per mile to operate. It does not require registration or insurance, but I spend $150 per year to have liability and uninsured motorist insurance. I live within 5 miles of everything, and it's easy to go 5 miles on an e-bike, and most of my trips are less than 2 miles. Kroger delivers my groceries, Amazon and Walmart delivers everything else. When I need to go somewhere in a car, I call Uber. I average 3 Uber trips per month at the most. That's about $150 per month. Now compare that to the cost to own and operate a car. The average price of a new car is now $50,080, and the average payment is $748 per month. Insurance averages $150 per month, gas, oil, and maintenance average about $2,000 annually, so it costs well over $12,000 per year to own and operate a car. Amortizing the cost of the e-bike over 5 years gives me an annual cost to operate an electric bike and use Uber whenever necessary of less than $2,000 per year, saving me $10,000 every year. As always, if you found value here, please like and subscribe. Please do not smash the alert bell. We don't publish anything here on an emergency basis. And the last thing you need is more notifications from me interrupting your day. Live long and prosper.